We'll have rain falling heavily at times, but it stays mild with highs in the middle and upper 50s for Monday. Right now in Midtown, mix of clouds and sunshine, 38 degrees. We're heading up to our high of 42. All right then, Peggy asking you, thank you, and coming up, health and well-being. Trusted by the insurance industry, trusted by contractors. RTP Environmental Group, the most trusted name in mold testing. Visit rtpenvironmental.com. The news has been going down for 40 years. Now contact one of the musicians down with RLT. Respiratory syncytial virus or RLT is a highly frequent device that can lead to breathing problems. This time, treat children to help protect yourself with Pfizer's RLT vaccine Brifo. A Brifo is a vaccine that is lower respiratory tract disease caused by respiratory syncytial virus, RLT, and adults. A Brifo is not for everyone and may not protect all who receive the vaccine. Don't get a Brifo if you've had a severe allergic reaction to its ingredients. People with a weakened immune system may have a decreased response to the Brifo. The most common side effects are tiredness, headache, pain at the injection site, and muscle pain. Ask your pharmacist or doctor about Pfizer's RLT vaccine or Brifo, respiratory syncytial virus vaccine. For prescribing information, please call 1-844-989-7284 or visit abrifo.com. Brought to you by Pfizer. CareRide has so much gratitude and ongoing appreciation for their team of healthcare professionals during the holiday season and always. Their team members are the vital link in their three rooms, representing their patients and members on their families and their dedicated team members. To learn more about CareRide, visit CareRIDE.com. We start where others stop. The holidays are upon us, and all the people in your life need a happy place to come and be together. Okay, 10% settlement message. On September 6th, the government announced that the state has been providing fast, guaranteed settlements to campers in Marines, families, and civilians. Awards will range between $100,000 and $550,000 with an option for higher amounts. If you have spent time at Camp Brittany and suffered cancers of the bladder, liver, or kidney, leukemia, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, Parkinson's, or kidney issues, you may qualify for compensation and could be paid within 15 days after accepting your settlement with your VA benefits fully protected. You may be entitled to a significant financial award for your Camp Brittany claim, but you must act now. Call your King Parish Law Camp Brittany helpline now to get the compensation you deserve. We're already fighting for thousands homes by the water at Camp Brittany. Call now or you may forever lose your right to be awarded a settlement between $100,000 and $550,000. For your free evaluation, call 800-217-1155. That's 800-217-1155. 800-217-1155.
Wake up with Wayne and Paul. You gave us the heads up about the meteor showers that you heard in the report. I actually went up on the roof last night. Still didn't get to see anything. Too much street lights, and you were walking on your dark roof at 10 o'clock at night. Did you get yelled at by your wife? I know I would have gotten yelled at. Well, maybe in Kevin. I'm not sure. Weekdays on WCBS News.
WCBS News Time 11:53, and now it's time for the Health and Wellbeing Report, sponsored by Greenwich Hospital, part of Yale, New Haven Health.
For the past few days, we've been looking at the long-term hearing dangers for children who listen to music or video games blasting through their headphones or earbuds. This loud noise can cause serious problems and even permanent hearing damage for kids. The damage can't be reversed through medical treatment. So what's it going to do? Dr. Sophie Ball is with Children's Hospital at Montefiore.
Just like when you go outside in the sun, you want to protect our skin. You want to protect kids to protect their hearing. When they're listening with their earbuds and headphones, also when they're going to a loud event. Also, we know a lot of kids are going to concerts.
Dance events. These can be excessively loud. They can be so loud that you can damage your hearing in a very short period of time. So when you're anticipating going to one of these events, think about your hearing and use hearing protection if needed.
For this and more health news, go to WCBS.com/health. I'm Steve Scott, WCBS News.
By the way, we have more health news coming up for you at the bottom of the noon hour. We will
time 11:55, and that makes it time now for Money News, sponsored by JCFNY.org from the Cedar Park Senate Business Desk. Bloomberg's Tracy Jones. And Thursday's what you do after breaking your record for the first time in 2 years, try for another. Now, after also reaching milestone 37,000 for the first time, is rising another 180 points. NASDAQ is up 48, the S&P is up 20. Wall Street is still floating on the euphoria that followed yesterday's Fed news, indicating policymakers are friendlier to the idea of rate cuts. The summer's biggest box office hit is now finding an audience in the skies. The Wall Street Journal says the Barbie movie is part of airlines' $500 million a year effort to get you to love them a little more. That's how much they spend on in-flight entertainment. Barbie's been such a success for Mattel, it wants to take another of its toys to Hollywood. Mattel is working with Paramount Pictures to develop an American Girl live-action movie. With Money News at 25 and 55 on WCBS and Bloomberg's Tracy Johnson. CBS Mark Tanis, the New York area's premier accounting, tax, and advisory firm, coming up at the top of the hour. An update on that bull that was on the news earlier today on New Jersey train tracks.
Jenny Lewis, Jewish communal leader and philanthropist, talks about why she chose the Jewish Communal Fund for her family's charitable giving.
For a lot of people, it would be the convenience factor. I don't have to track anything.
In good times and when crisis strikes, JCF can help you organize your philanthropy with a donor-advised fund. The fund can be established with a minimum tax-deductible contribution of $5,000. Make grants quickly and securely to your favorite charities, and JCF handles all the administration.
The hungry. The fact that we come together as a community at the end of the year to build community, that's what makes us different.
Open a fund today and join our JCF community. Visit jcfny.org or call 212-752-8277. Alzheimer's disease is an illness that gets worse with time. It affects millions of Americans. The beginning stages are called early Alzheimer's disease, and symptoms are just starting to negatively impact daily life. Alzheimer's disease is characterized by a buildup of toxic proteins in the brain known as amyloid plaque and tau tangles. Over time, these lead to brain in the earliest stages of Alzheimer's disease, before symptoms become noticeable, plaques and tangles begin to form in brain areas involved in memory, thinking, and planning. As the disease gets worse, more plaques and tangles develop. This buildup causes memory and thinking problems serious enough to interfere with a person's work, daily activities, or social life. The earlier Alzheimer's disease is diagnosed and treated, the greater the opportunity for benefit. See a doctor if you notice changes related to memory loss or thinking in you or your loved one. Ask about cognitive screening. Sponsored by ASI. For more, visit us.asi.com.
11:58 traffic. See you, Gloria Chapa.
New Jersey Transit rail service does have 45-minute delays between Newark Penn and New York Penn. They are cross-honoring on Path Stream, all due to that earlier roll that was on the track. South on FDR Drive, that problem is being cleared at 71st Street, but southbound Henry Hudson at 181st Street, we have a car fire blocking the left and center lanes. The George, 25 to 30 in, 15 to 20 out, 20 to 5 to 30 in, 20 minutes inbound on the lower, 30 to 35 outbound. Lincoln, 30 to 35 in, 5 to 10 out, and it's 5 to 10 in both directions at the Holland. I'm Gloria Chapa in the WCBS Traffic Center.
Gloria, thanks. And more on the pool coming right up for the weather. Sunny, a high, maybe 45 today, and then clear and cold again, 20s for the suburbs tomorrow. Mostly sunny and milder with an afternoon high of 55 degrees. How about a weekend? Saturday, sun and clouds. Another mild afternoon, 53.
When you need to know why, when it matters most. This is WCBS 880 News.
Police right now are trying to corral a bull that somehow got onto the tracks at Newark Penn Station. The animal off the tracks, as we've been telling you, but it's not clear if it's been caught. There are still some delays, and we'll have more coming up. A custodian on Long Island is accused of making threats against the school where he works after not getting a promotion. Sophia Hall coming up. The mother of one of the victims on the Sandy Hook massacre talks to Newsline on this 11 years since the massacre. And coming up, we'll lighten the mood and take a look at one of the merriest main streets in the U.S. in Connecticut. WCBS FM HD2 New York.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com. I'm Steve Kathan.
Практически по всей линии.
Vladimir Putin uses a year-end news conference in Moscow to say there is a dialogue with the U.S. on two Americans who were held there. CBS's Vicki Barker.
Asked about a possible prisoner swap for the Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich and U.S. Marine veteran Paul Whelan, Vladimir Putin said he hopes an agreement will be reached, but that the U.S. has to listen to Russia's conditions. Both men are held on espionage charges, which they and the State Department deny.
And the top Senate Democrat Chuck Schumer mentioned the Russian leader as he called for an 11th-hour deal for new U.S. aid to Ukraine.
Our friends are watching. Our adversaries are watching even more closely. And most of all, Vladimir Putin is watching closely. He's eager to see us advance in Ukraine and thinks he's getting that done.
Israel's defense minister said today the Gaza war could last months more. Two U.S. officials tell CBS News the Israelis have told the U.S. the current phase against Hamas should be completed in 2 to 3 weeks. CBS's Charlie D'Agata with the latest on the fighting.
The task of hunting down Hamas fighters on the ground has to be done on foot. Close border combat will put soldiers at tremendous risk, says IDF former Chief of Staff Danny Halutz.
Our signatures got what we got from the tunnels. And so we have to be very cautious.
Muddy rivers run through refugee camps as heavy winter rains lash down for days, deepening the humanitarian crisis for Palestinians who've already endured so much.
Government says retail sales were higher last month. Patrick DeHaan of GasBuddy.com on lower gas prices.
You're going to be seeing plenty of sub-$3 prices. In fact, some areas of Texas now, stations selling gasoline as little as $2.20 to $2.30 a gallon, and that's happening at more stations every day.
CBS's Jim Krasula with what may not be the last chapter in an unusual story.
A 10-year-old northern Mississippi boy who was taken to jail for urinating in public has been put on probation for 3 months and ordered to write a 2-page essay on Kobe Bryant. Lawyer Carlos Moore is representing the boy and his family.
They had him put his hands behind his back, put this boy in a cage for 45 minutes to an hour.
The boy was unable to find a bathroom and urinated in a parking lot. A police officer handcuffed and arrested him.
Well, train delays today from New Jersey to New York City because a bull got on the tracks in Newark. How it got there is not clear. Wall Street right now, the Dow is up 115. This is CBS News.
Make the hiring process work for you with Indeed's end-to-end hiring solution. It attracts, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credits. Breaking news, breaking news, live interviews. This is Newsline with Bridget Quinn on WCBS Indeed News.
Coldest day of the week for sure, but we are up to 38 degrees in the sunshine right now, and a sunny day today with a high 40 to maybe we'll reach 45, and then cool tonight, upper 20s once again before a warm-up, details of which you'll hear coming up at 12:08. But let's begin this noon hour of Newsline with the bull. Crews are working to corral a long-horned bull that somehow got onto the tracks at Newark's Penn Station this morning. Now, they were able to get him off the tracks, but it's not clear whether the bull has yet been captured. Our Tom Kaminsky breaking the news last hour.
It is a longhorned bull that is standing in the track area. Where it came from, I have no idea, but it is in that stretch where the NJT tracks and the PATH tracks are very close together.
Now, ABC is now reporting that the bull is actually cornered in a parking lot and has been transported by a police horse trailer. We'll keep you up to date on this. Our Marla Diamond on her way to Newark. Now, as for your trains, and we'll have more coming up at 12:08, but so far NJT has been saying there are still some delays on the trains between Newark Penn and Penn Station. Keep it here for all the latest. A school custodian recently denied a promotion is now accused of making threats against the Cold Spring Harbor School District. Let's get details from our Long Island Bureau Chief Sophia Hall.
I watched as police officers pulled into the Cold Spring Harbor Senior High School after authorities arrested a custodian in the district. Suffolk County Police spokesperson Carrie Palumbo tells me the worker made more than one threat.
Jimmy Martin, a custodian at the Cold Spring Harbor School District, applied for a promotion at work last week. When he was informed that he did not get the promotion, he made a threat of mass harm against the school district while speaking to coworkers on December 8th and again on December 11th.
Someone told a school administrator, and right after the cops were called. Martin makes $96,000 a year. The superintendent in a statement says he worked evenings and did not have direct contact with students. He was reassigned to his home while the investigation continues. In Cold Spring Harbor, Sophia Hall, WCBS 880 News.
11 years today since the horror, the tragedy many hoped would end mass shootings. Sandy Hook. Newsline spoke this morning with Scarlett Lewis, the mother of little Jesse, who was killed in his first grade classroom. She is the founder of the Jesse Lewis Choose Love movement, which works to stop mass shootings before they happen.
I think what a lot of people don't realize about school violence, workplace violence, the violence that we're seeing out in the world. If you look at the Department of Homeland Security's pathway to violence, it starts with a grievance, and then it escalates up through steps like ideation, preparation, up into an attack. And a lot of times we focus on the attack end, and of course, unfortunately, that's necessary. Hardening schools and active shooter drills, which, you know, all of our kids do now. But not a lot of people were focused on that grievance end of the pathway to violence, where it starts.
Flags are at half-staff in Connecticut today honoring the 20 children and 6 adults killed on this date in 2012. Workers right now are doing the job of dismantling the 6-story apartment building that partially collapsed Monday afternoon in the Bronx. Reporter Glenn Chuck spoke with one woman who lives on the building's top floor.
The NYPD keeping onlookers at a distance as the demolition process began about 9 this morning. The machinery working from the first floor eventually all the way up to the 6th. This is where this woman's boyfriend has lived. In fact, he grew up there. He's been in there 20 years. They left the apartment about 4 hours before the collapse, and now we're just worried about their cats that are inside.
We are only restricted on the pets, to be honest. If there's any word on the materials, that's fine, but the pets really come first. Now, some hoping to put up together because it is cold up there. But yeah, just wish us luck.
What are their names?
Spaghetti and Ninja.
Some 200 residents, in fact, including 50 children, have gotten help from the Red Cross this week and watching this process, anxious to get back home. Glenn Chuck, WCBS 880 News.
WCBS News Time, 12:08. Let's get you where you need to go. Lunch, perhaps, traffic and weather together. Traffic first and transit, Gloria Chapa.
Starting with transit, New Jersey Transit is reporting 45-minute delays. This is going to be between Newark Penn and Penn Station in New York because of an earlier problem with a bull on the track. And they are cross-honoring on past trains as well. Heading to southbound Henry Hudson Parkway, this is at 181st Street. You are going to see a car fire blocking the left lane now. And Broadway is closed between Houston and Prince with fire department activities. So give yourself a little time to get around that particular problem. Moving over to the crossings, the George 20 to 25 in, 30 to 35 outbound, and outbound the right lane is closed on both levels with road work. The Lincoln 30 to 35 in, 5 to 10 out, 5 to 10 in both directions at the Holland. You're going to see Bronx-bound delays on the Throgs Neck and the Whitestone because of construction, and it's going to be slow going on the Queens Midtown Tunnel and the 59th Street Bridge going into Manhattan. Moving over to the Grand Central, both directions between Main Street and Clearview, you're going to see alternated lane closures with pothole repairs. And the southbound Van Wyck, right around Liberty Avenue, there's road work in the center lane, and then near the Belt Parkway, the left lane has construction, and that's going to be there till 3 o'clock. I'm Gloria Chapa in the WCBS Traffic Center.
For the rest of today, partly sunny, brisk, and chilly. You'll see highs of 40 to 45 degrees for tonight, mainly clear. It's going to be cold, but again, seasonally cold. 35 in the city, upper 20s north and west. Tomorrow, turning milder as the wind shifts into the south-southwest. Sunshine again, a high 55 degrees. Saturday looks good as well. Partly sunny, high 53, but things start to go downhill by Sunday. Clouds increase, still mild at least, but we have a storm moving up in the southeastern states. That's going to spread rain into the area during the afternoon. Rain may be heavy at times Sunday night and Monday with a southeasterly wind coming in off the ocean, which could gust past 40 miles per hour at times. High on Monday, 54 to 58. Right now it's 35 in White Plains, 40 in JFK, 37 in Morristown. Recapping the rest of today, brisk and chilly, partly sunny, high 40 to 45. Bridget.
Alrighty, Bartley, thank you. And coming up, a live look at one of the merriest places in the country. This holiday season, New Yorkers are joining together for Calvary Hospital and Calvary Hospice, where dignity, comfort, care, and compassion are at the heart of everything. Your generous year-end gift will bring warmth and hope to patients and families managing difficult end-stage illnesses, ensuring that no one feels alone, and that their every medical, emotional, and spiritual need is met. Make your donation at calvaryhospital.org/giving. Calvary, for 125 years, where life continues.
Changing tax laws, shifting markets, evolving priorities. From our workplace to how we do business, the status quo has been changed forever. And now there are new tax laws and legislation to consider. Let Eisner-Amper's tax professionals be your guide, transforming your tax strategy to meet the challenges and greet the opportunities of a new day. Moving forward together. Learn how the latest tax law changes may impact your business at eisneramper.com/tax law.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to hims.com/radio. Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the name brands to treat ED, at up to 95% off. That's right, the same active ingredient as the brand name for 95% less. It's the same ED medication, still prescribed by a licensed medical provider, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio for your free online visit. HIMS.com/RADIO.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with things I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of the disease called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, straight lines seem wavy, like when looking at a door frame. For others, blurry or missing spots can make it hard to read or see loved ones' faces. Many have trouble seeing in low light, making driving at night difficult.
GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. Talk to your eye doctor about GA today. Learn more at GAWon'tWait.com. That's GAWon'tWait.com. For all of our contest rules on WCBS 880, visit WCBS880.com and click on the contest tab at the top of the page.
And it's on Newsline, a place where those city sidewalks, busy sidewalks, look absolutely gorgeous this time of year. We're talking about charming Essex, Connecticut, and joining us live is Jackie Hubbard, Executive and Artistic Director of the Ivoryton Playhouse. So, Jackie, you are the person responsible for all those beautiful lights on Essex Main Street?
Well, I wish I could say I was people.
Some of them.
There's a whole slew of people. But yes, it started about 15 years ago with a very good friend of mine whose wife threatened to leave him if he continued to cover their house with 50,000 Christmas lights. So he showed up at the theater and said, Jack, can you use 50,000 Christmas lights? I said, I am sure we will find a way.
Oh, wow.
So over the last 15 years, we've added to them. So we have between 300 and 500 up on any given year, 500,000, sorry. And we have a whole army of volunteers, and it's actually the village of Ivoryton, which is in Essex, Connecticut, and it is truly lit up like a Christmas village.
Now, I've been there. My camp